Yo, people, what we saying? What we spraying? Bubble, back again with another stream, and I'm joined with my brother Cass, and we're gonna be talking a bit about what happened in the Arsenal versus Manchester United game. But yeah, I already said to Cass before we started, I'm not gonna troll, so I'm not gonna troll. It's gonna be a nice, healthy conversation about
Oh,
what
is it?
transpired. Yeah. Nice, healthy conversation about what transpired. So let's get into it. So like obviously, yeah, before we get into anything, yeah, because I care so much about my guests who come on, yeah. How are you doing today, guys?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. You know what? The transfer news is nothing but shocking. But I'm finding out Trossard signed a new deal. So that means, well, or more wages to reflect his status or whatever you want to call it. Either way, not nice if you're an Arsenal fan. So it's made my day a little bit better, knowing that you might not sign a left winger now because I thought you'd go out there and go sign a new tacker.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna troll you, but right away we begin the trolling. I hear it. You know, my demise brings you joy. Yeah, I'm not too happy that we've gone out and given him another contract unless we've given him another contract so we can command more money.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily think that giving him a new contract definitively means he's staying. But if he does end up staying and we don't sign a left winger, then I think that there is a lot of crimes that need to be answered for by Mikel Arteta, because I can only imagine that this is something that Mikel Arteta pushed for and nobody else. Do you know, I'm just at a point now where anything that doesn't make sense, I'm just assuming Mikel Arteta pushed for it. Like the Madueke signing, Arteta pushed for it. The Havertz signing, Arteta pushed for it. You know what I mean? Like it's just got to that point now, innit? But I mean, it is what it is. Like we'll see what happens. I don't necessarily think that giving him a new contract means we're not going to sign a left winger.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm also equally not happy with the fact that I have 3 players that can play left wing at my club, and none of them kind of give me that feeling that we'll achieve something through that side. Like I think it could be another season of that left-hand side just not being solved and being as I don't like this. You know what? I hear your thing, and you know we're gonna quickly sidestep from this. So
No, wait, well,
no, we're gonna quickly sidestep from it. I don't really like your attitude at the moment towards the whole Arsenal situation. So I'm just gonna.
I made a video earlier thinking like, you know what, like I think, you know, after like collecting thoughts, like winning ugly and all that. Look, I hear it, man. I would have taken the 3 points myself. Of course, if it was the Emirates, I wouldn't give a damn. So no point trying to be a hypocrite. I was just at that time for me, I was just being salty. So and I think I was within all my rights to be salty. Don't you agree?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your current attitude towards Arsenal re-signing Trossard. So, like I said, we're gonna swiftly move on and actually talk about the things that we came here to talk about today. So, you know what? Let's start here. Yeah, there's something fun to start with. What did you actually make of Cunha and Mbeumo's debut?
No, I think they were really good. I don't think anyone right now can tell me that Cunha and Mbeumo's debut was nothing short of good or amazing. I'd say Mbeumo had a very good 45 minutes. Then he kind of gassed out a little bit after about 60 something, but that's because he hasn't had a crazy preseason or no preseason at all. He had a couple bits and minutes, just over a half. Then like the other one was, I don't even know how much it was, to be fair. It wasn't a lot. Cunha though, I got told he walks around the pitch. Most walking stats. You know, he's overrated, and I'm just thinking, I mean, what's that then? What's that? I got told so much. Wait, what?
That's funny. I got told so. The walking stats was fun. Do you know what? Yeah, fair play. Like, I was someone who I thought that Mbeumo and Cunha was gonna transform your attack anyway. But I think I'll say it was nice to see live in action. It just wasn't nice to see because it was against my team. But I do think that there's a lot of teams who don't have as good a defense as Arsenal that you'll absolutely rip apart just because of them too. Like,
I agree, and I'm glad you're noticing because you're like our biggest hater. So you and D.
I'm not big. I'm not biggest hater. You know,
yeah. But D, to be fair, even he's acknowledged, and that's fine. That's fine.
Like, you see my thing, yeah. Like,
yeah, go on.
I'm a football purist, innit?
You know, yeah,
purist, and when I see good football, I just have to call it as it is. And I'll start with Mbeumo, yeah. Like, he was a lot more active than someone who hasn't really had a preseason. And I'll be honest, it seemed like if anything was gonna happen, it was gonna happen through him. From what I saw, I believe he's probably gonna have another goal scoring season like he did last season at Brentford. So I expect him to get higher numbers. And from what I saw, it seemed like he doesn't like you won't have to rely on like a specific route or like a specific like set play to get him involved in the game. He's willing to do the dog work. He's willing to run with the ball. Set pieces, like he gets involved from everything. He was a threat the entire game, and I think he's playing with a lot of confidence as well because
he seems naturally quite confident though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does seem naturally quite confident, but I feel like there was just because for him to try and do a bicycle kick in the box against Arsenal, like you got to be confident, like to do that. Like it feels like I felt like he was playing with a freedom. Not saying he didn't have freedom at Brentford, but I feel like maybe he acknowledges that he's around better players now, so he can express himself a bit more, and he doesn't need to rely on certain other players playing well for him to play well. So
yeah, maybe.
I think out of the two, Cunha and Mbeumo, to me, he looks like the one that's, I would say, is more dead set on actually getting you GA. From what I saw. Now, Cunha, on the other hand, I think he naturally gets better when you have a better left wing back. Like, I'm not saying that Dorgu's bad. I'm not saying that, but someone who I could be way off, but it doesn't look to me like Dorgu is good at linking up, like playing that I pass and move, and then you pass, and then I come back, and then we're passing around whoever's there, and he doesn't seem like that kind of player.
I disagree that because I thought Dorgu's one of the better players on the pitch. I thought they linked up really well, especially in the second half. I thought my thing is it will always come down to is the focal point. Cunha needs someone to play off of as well, and not to be played off of, basically, in that regards. Like, you don't want Cunha's back to goal more time. You want him to be facing forward to run at you. Do you get it? And you get a better Cunha, which we saw in the second half. Yeah. Because obviously he was at first he played striker, and then you saw it kind of like rotate in a way, like before Mason Mount and that came off. And with Sesko, even just a glimpse, you just see how like much Cunha could just do that Bruno Fernandes responsibility and just say, I'm taking this game.
Yeah, but even like I feel like Cunha gets better when he doesn't have someone like Bruno on the pitch.
He just needs someone just to clamp the ball and give the ball to me.
Yeah, like Cunha has to be kind of your
main guy.
Yeah, essentially. He kind of has to be your, in terms of like from a creative perspective, because he'll pick up he picked up the ball and he just ran through the middle. Like literally, well, I mean, I think it's been a bit overplayed, but it was good that he did it. It was positive. Like him, like when Zubimendi clipped the ball, but then it bounced off of whatever, and then he ran through and he got like past 4 people and we got caught out, and just the end product. I would say that was probably the only negative you could say about Cunha in that game is the end product. The end product wasn't end producting. Like and I don't know what that is. Like, is he like a high volume chance guy, and like out of like 50, maybe he puts 10 away? Like, I don't know, but that maybe it comes with sharpness. I'll put that down to sharpness, and I also put it down to like Raya's a really good goalkeeper. Like the save that Raya made, I don't think many goalkeepers make that save, thus meaning he probably scores that chance like 9 times out of 10. Like,
Probably.
it's probably only really against the Selses, the Allisons, maybe the Edisons, that he doesn't score that goal against. So I think, you know, all trolling aside, you can look at those two and you can be like, okay, cool. I've seen what it's like when you started with Bruno and Casemiro. All right, cool. I've seen how you man play when there's Bruno and Casemiro behind them. I wonder what it's like if you have maybe Kobe Mainu and Casemiro behind them, or Kobe Mainu.
I think that's the question a lot of us are wanting to know, if that makes sense. Like, how does it look when them two are about, you know?
Yeah. Or even like, I don't know, like, okay, you're not going to get him this summer, but maybe next summer you get a Ballet. But how do they play with them? Like, naturally, as your 2 centre mids upgrade and become different, it will only have a positive impact on Cunha and Mbeumo. Because me personally, I don't think that Casemiro and Fernandes,
they won't be able to last.
Yeah, they're not playing ball. Do you know what I mean?
United need something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They need something in it overall in it. So whatever that is, I suppose we'll find out, right?
Yeah. Like even that Agume brother that you man are linked to.
See, we've had don't threaten me with a good time, man. Like, no, I'm being dead. I'm being dead serious now. Like, don't threaten me with a good time, please, because you know when you know when the tier ones are coming out to play for Sevilla, it's like, no, you just spoken. Now don't run. Now don't be I don't know how good their tier ones are like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I hold tight at Elias. When we was playing in Sevilla and we lost the way we did. If you remember, Lissandro got injured and all that stuff and blah blah blah. Done that wrong. For me, I was asking him, I'm like, who's this guy? This Ramirez guy. Is he your tier one? He's like, yeah, he pretty much reports all our news. I was like, oh, I can't. So I'm like, he's like, why? I'm like, oh, no reason. So I'm like, you'll find out soon then. Yeah. And then
even like a Wharton, just like someone in the midfield that like can actually play football. Like, because when I see Casemiro, like, I just feel like Casemiro, like, he's, I don't know, I think he's past it. Like, in the sense where I don't know if the hunger's still there. Like, I just think he's just collecting a paycheck, and yeah, he'll do some good things. He'll score some screamers every now and then. He'll play the odd good ball here and there, but I don't really think he's like the ball playing type midfielder. And then obviously you got Fernandes, who's like, everything must be Hollywood. Like, everything must always be Hollywood. Like, it must be the Hollywood pass, the Hollywood shot. Like, you even saw it in the game where he skied it, and it's like, why are you doing that? Like, it's just, yeah, he's anti-football, in my opinion. I believe he's anti-football. He's against the progression.
Wait, go on. Who?
Bruno Fernandes. I think he's against.
I think. Football. See, look, I'm in a rock and a hard place when it comes to. Bro, we could have a whole hour show, Hawks. I'll be real about this. I swear down, I'm so passionate about this, yeah. But my thing is with Bruno is, individually, he is phenomenal, bro. Individually, he's great. If you want some GA, a bit of a younger Bruno, I would say he's regressed now, 100%. He's nowhere near the same as he was. I'd call it for what it was. But the issue is like, we're always trying to figure out balance, how to get the best out of him when you're like, you're going on 30, 31. It shouldn't be like that. It's a team game. I've seen Aubameyang leave your club and you become instantaneously better, and Arteta got killed for it. I've seen Harry Kane leave Tottenham and he scored many goals when he left and surprised everyone in those first games, and even that season alone, even though there was a lot of injuries for Ange. Like, I've seen so much. It's like, United fans are so irresponsible when it comes to criticizing Bruno Fernandes when he needs it. Look, yesterday's second half performance, of him, that's the Bruno I like. I said it when he acts disciplined and says, you know what, I trust my teammates. Amazing. But I don't want to see heat maps of my central midfielder doing up heat map all over the gaff. I want my central midfielder's heat map to be in the middle of the park and pretty much more central and little bits left and right. Not everywhere, bro. I don't need that. Yeah. The thing is, they did work together. He was the reason, again, another reason why we actually conceded that goal. Because he should have cleared it. So, and again, it's a little bit harsh because your defender should just defend. Your goalkeeper should be a stronger goalkeeper, whether it's a foul or not, if you agree or not, right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to go off that, then it is quite harsh to do that. But you're at a top game. It's fine margins. How many times do we hear the word fine margins? See, now I'm looking at someone like Kobbie Mainoo. This is how you probably should develop young kids that are 20, 19 years of age. You know, they need to be eased in rather than rushed in, which Man United have done over how long now? Which your fans are trying to do with Dalman all of a sudden. Yeah.
And Nwaneri.
He's 15. Yeah, and Nwaneri. This means he needs to know that you're important and that's gonna be your spot. How do you get the best out of him? See, the thing, he's a great ball carrier, Kobbie, and he's very good in tight spaces. And he needs to learn his role a little bit more. He needs to become more refined. I think a lot of people agree. He's had a lot of injuries, inconsistencies. He can never get going. There needs to be a time where he takes that role. Bruno, if he is to leave to Saudi because there's some pre-agreement, right, for next year, then he needs to take that role. And then Bruno can leave us in a good space. Let that be the narrative, right? He's left us in a good space. Cool, whatever. Then you look at someone like a Gume. See, if you get an Agume, not only is he good at like the middle third and press it, he can allow Kobbie to do what he wants, and he can actually effectively allow Bruno. But the issue will always be down to, with Bruno Fernandes, is one, his positioning, and two, his discipline.
Yeah.
And you want quality all over the gaff, but sometimes having too much quality on the pitch is actually a negative.
Yeah, bad thing, yeah.
Let the quality shine through somebody else or a couple other players. We're too used to Bruno Fernandes being the guy that bails us out. Let others bail us out. Let Mbeumo do it. Let Sesko do it if he's to land, and let Cunha do it because they will do it.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? And that's that. I don't really want to go too harsh on him because I just want to support my team, bro. Like, I just want to see what happens next game. I want to see how he fares. He actually, the one that actually scored against Fulham, if I'm correct, last time out. That got us out 90th minute, whatever, I think. And then, didn't hear any United fans complaining then when he says, I don't care, I just care about the 3 points. So,
no, I agree.
That was a horrible game. So that's where I'm at with Bruno. But I'm eager to see what he's like when he does have basically a player that plays the way Casemiro did against you, but on a consistent basis. Yeah.
It's basically a player that frees him up to not have to do heat map all the time, all over the gaff, and he's more available in spaces that you probably want him to be in. And I mean, just on the Kobbie thing, like you said, he's good in tight spaces. He's good at progressing the ball. Like, I feel like his pathway is kind of a tiny bit blocked now, because I think he'd probably be better in one of the roles that Mbeumo or Cunha is playing in than one of the actual central midfield roles. So I don't know how Manchester United fans feel about that, but I think he would probably be better as a 10 than like an 8 or a 6 or anything like that. So that's my opinion on it. But I guess moving on a bit, like, generally speaking, like, how did you feel about your overall performance in the game?
You know how I felt.
Yeah, but let the people know. How did you actually? So, like, I'll be real. Like, from my perspective, like, I feel like you guys just went Super Saiyan because it was Arsenal, and I feel like Manchester United, like, you guys have done this a lot over the years, where you face the bigger teams, your players are really up for it because they know the cameras are on them, they know the lights are on them, and they know that they have to perform.
Yeah.
And when it comes...
All right, grand scheme of things, do it again. I know you will do it against Burnley because they're Burnley.
Yeah.
But I need it on the away ground as well. Let me see what I can see on the away ground. I think it's going to be a different kind of game, but let me get some performance with the goals. It's the goals. Are you going to get me goals? I don't care if you play crap as long as there's consistent goals. Like, I expect the Fulham game to be more 50-50 than it is at Old Trafford against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Just because of the way Fulham play, right? And it's at Craven Cottage, smaller pitch, tight spaces. I And that's that. And I don't think they're going to leave a lot of space behind their wing backs. Potentially depends who they play. Because if they've got someone like Robinson and Castagna still playing, then I can see in a world where we see Mbeumo free quite a lot. But my thing, I don't expect a crazy performance. My thing is now like, cool, let me see something. Let me know that you're creating chances and put away the goals. Then I'll be like, you know what? That loss against Arsenal, you set yourself up because you've got Man City coming after the break. You got Burnley, go beat them the way you need to beat them. 2-3 goals each game, each way. Even if we beat Fulham like 2-1, I don't care. Get the win, but let me see that this team is going somewhere. But the performance surprised everyone, 100% of people. Yeah. No one can tell me any different. No one expects United to play that well in certain areas. You can see the two midfielders staying quite close to each other, quite parallel. Just a little distance. Obviously, you want to give it a little bit of space. You saw the line of the back line more close to the midfield a lot more close to the front line. You saw different patterns. You saw the wing back actually be attacking backs rather than a 5-back. You see the shape get into shape, especially when Ødegaard, Bruno pressed like an idiot. Ødegaard just went through him like 1-2 easy, but you see how quick everyone ran back into shape. Do it again. Yeah. And this time, put away chances. You're not coming up against Gabriel Saliba now. You're coming up against Calvin Bassey and Joachim Andersen. Andersen coming to his latter years, but he's very good in the air. I expect Sesko to have a hard time. So, but when it's Calvin Bassey and two fullbacks where you think, oh, there should be a bit of space behind them, I expect a little bit of something. So we'll see on that front. I don't even know if Sesko is going to start. He might not start yet because when you deep it, you got about 20 minutes. Like that? Ish. Something like that?
Ish. Yeah, 20 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. And that was in a situation where it's low blocked. Is he ready for 90 minutes yet? Is he ready for that deep end situation? I'd throw him straight in there. He seems naturally very athletic. Like as in one of the, if you're naturally athletic, your fitness levels are natural in my opinion. Compared to someone like me, where anytime I need a preseason, I need about 3-4 games.
Yeah.
I'm basically Luke Shaw. That's my body type. I'm basically
like Luke Shaw. Very good game though.
Oh, that he was surprising.
He had a very good game.
I realized I hate him because usually he's passive. The other day he was more aggressive, and I thought, yeah, take it to them, bro. Yeah, and even you know what the maddest thing is, yeah. You know, no one talks about Yoro no more, and that's probably a compliment. He's that if he puts consistent games up, consistent games, no one talks about it.
Yeah, no, he had a good game. To be fair, your whole defense had a good game.
Yeah. You know what? The whole team had a good game because you know what's mad? Bar the keeping situation, which automatically says to me, you can have the greatest game all you want. I want you sold, brother. But his distribution was like, right, you're bypassing the whole press of Arsenal, and you lot couldn't handle it.
Yeah, but you didn't have that's something that you may have to think about going forward. Like Onana wasn't in goal. Like how different could the game have been?
Onana's got better distribution than my man.
He does,
you didn't threaten our goal. And also, if you've got a Sesko to aim for and not just a Cunha, it's a lot easier, isn't it?
Yeah, no, and I mean, that's what, you know what? I would say there was 3 areas where I think you guys went wrong. Yeah.
Go on.
The first area was not starting Sesko. No, I think it would have been.
Yeah, I think I would have threw him in there and then probably brought him off. Like, let's say, all right, 55th minute, time to bring him off. Put Cunha up front, maybe Mbeumo up front, and then maybe put Mason Mount on.
Yeah, because
I would have. Yeah.
The reason why I say that is because
of the situation we found ourselves in, innit? At times.
Yeah.
We needed a striker. We know when Delo was there or Dorg was there. Who's in the box?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree with you.
And you're like,
I agree with you.
You need to kind of, let's be real. Anything that's going to be good that comes from your season, this season is going to come from the triangle of Cunha and Mbeumo and Sesko. So you might as well have just, hey, first game, let's just get them all adjusted as soon as possible. And Arsenal would have been a good test. Arsenal would have actually been a good test to see how good can Cunha and Mbeumo and Sesko play together. And don't get me wrong, there would always have been that option for Amorim to be like, okay, how have the first 45 minutes gone? How are you feeling, Sesko? Can you carry on? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You're tired. We take you off at halftime, or we give you another 15 minutes, then we bring you on. Cool. That was the first thing that I think where you guys went wrong. The second thing where I think you went wrong is you should have started Ahmad. Yeah, and I know people say he had a knock, but my thing is, if he has a knock, don't bring him on at all. But the fact that you brought him on at like the 55th minute, you could have started him and taken him out for half time.
I don't think Ahmad. Yeah, no. So Ahmad potentially had a knock, You know what the issue is with Ahmad? Have you always noticed whenever he's close to being ready again, he gets injured?
Yeah.
Like there's been moments where, and when he's injured, he's injured, bro. He's out for like 2 months.
Yeah.
So in both seasons, he's been out for like 2 months and 3 months, and that's quite injury prone considering.
Yeah.
I know the season beforehand, Ten Hag wasn't really using him anyways. The following season, I think he had a Sunderland season when he came back. I think there was a time he got injured. Was it? I can't remember. I might be wrong about that. But when I might be wrong. I think at the start of the season, if I'm correct, before Ten Hag got sacked, Ahmad was out, and then during the season later on, he was out when we needed him a lot. Xerxes wasn't fit as well. Remember, he's just come back from injury, so proper injury. But he's been training all along, like since. So people forget Xerxes in this team as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hear what you mean. If he had Ahmad, if he had the knock or not, I think the whole thing is risk factor and how to evaluate him. Because if he played and somehow he just, I think Amrim anticipated, and I thought he thought that Arsenal were gonna I think he predicted that Arsenal might come a little bit too hard. Like usually you press really well, usually you camp, man, and you leave something on someone.
Because in that first half,
you think Ahmad would have probably got something?
Yeah, he would have got I don't. Okay, maybe we might have played a bit differently if it was Ahmad instead of Dalot, but it just seemed like on your right hand side. I mean, for the first half, it seemed like it happened all over the place. He wasn't really pressing with any real intent. He wasn't pressing in numbers. Like it was like we was allowing you, okay, come on to us. It's fine. And that's okay to do if it's Dalot that's playing right wing back. But if it's Ahmad that's playing right wing back, that's definitely not something that you want to do.
See, my thing was I wanted to kind of approach this game as gung-ho mentality. As in, you go 1-0 up, or you go to take a lead of some sort, and then you bring on your Delos, then you bring on, I don't know, your Mason Mount, and then you bring on whatever you need to do to control the situation.
Yeah.
Rather than thinking, let's try to get a 1-0 lead and then maybe bring on more attackers. And it's like, no, that's not how it kind of works. Maybe if you want to cut through that, you need to do that if you're down, which it did happen and it didn't work out, but it's so easy to say that now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very easy to say it now, but we can only speak about the game in hindsight, right? Because the game But
it is difficult. Even I'm trying to scramble. My last one was, I think he's got to stop trusting Nagate, bro.
Yeah,
he's got to stop trusting that. I hear what he's trying to do. Look, we had a Maguire up there, we had the Ligt up there. The Nagate and a couple of defenders were pretty much back, and they were just doing the defensive just in case of counter. I hear I can get the thought process behind that. But like when you've got so many minutes left, when I deep it, the one awful decision was actually, you know what you could have done? You probably could have done with a bit more of a creator, just even outside the box. Like a Kobe, he's got a better finish. And Agate's two decisions that really fucked us up was one, when he passed the Havertz, when there was a wide ball on. Yeah. And the second one was
when he took the shot.
Kobe would have picked up that pass and he would have passed. Yeah, with that shot, there was two players open. A competent passer would have made sure that whoever was left, I think it was Mbeumo that was tracking.
Yeah,
that ball Skelly that would have went through into the Ahmad and Mbeumo. The other one I need to they need to work out. They got great link up. They know what they're doing, but they like the same space a little bit. Ahmad needs to be a little bit more selfless and start doing that more outside and inside underlaps and do more overlaps. Because if it wasn't for that, Mbeumo scoring, he had, I don't know who it was, he cut inside and Ahmad took the ball away from him. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
It's like he had that, it's that typical Mbeumo, he steps, he shoots, it's probably a goal. If he's got the whole goal of which he did, it's like, it's done, it's a wrap. Could have got you back into the game, but Ahmad took it away and I was thinking, fuck's sake. But yeah, man, look, luck. I feel like luck was on your side, bro. And sometimes in football, you always need a bit of luck, man. I always say that.
You create your own luck. So
Gabriel blocking just everything, bro.
Yeah, and this is why having a solid defense is a great thing. It's a joy to have.
The solid two centre backs and goalkeeper,
yeah.
The Bermuda Triangle of Arsenal, man.
Yeah, the Arsenal Triangle. I'm all here for it. You know what I mean? But the final thing for me, where I think you went wrong, and this one is probably something that gets solved as the season goes on, is it felt like to me that Amorim didn't really commit to something. Like it just seemed like you guys were doing everything. Like for example, like you're meant to play, your fullbacks are meant to be super attacking. Like that's kind of the whole point of it, like super attacking. But it didn't feel like he committed to that, hence Ahmad being on the bench. Like Dalot Like it felt like at times it was I
Oh, we
couldn't
didn't
tell.
commit to the.
Are you
Oh,
trying
okay.
to? Yeah, I couldn't tell if are you trying to defend more? Are you trying to attack more? Are you waiting for us to come onto you so you can break on transition? Are you trying to play possession? Like to me, it just seemed all muddled.
Well, it's funny you say that. Do you know what player covered the most distance in that whole match?
Dorgu. No, Delo. You're gonna say Delo, innit?
No. It was Dorgu.
Dorgu.
First.
Okay, yeah, cool. So Dorgu, that's fine.
Delo's naturally more reserved, but even when Delo got in positions, my thing is maybe it didn't seem like it was more attacking because guess what? Even when he crossed it, there was no one in the box. They're all outside the box.
I hear that, but what I mean is just like innately, like you like. Okay, this is my analysis of your system, and I could be way off, yeah. But you have 3 centre backs because your wing backs are effectively meant to be more wingers than they are fullbacks.
Yeah, but you need a balance though.
Yeah, but your balance is provided.
One of them's got to be balanced, isn't it? One of them's got to be balanced.
Yeah, but your balance is provided. For example, when they push up, your right centre back moves a bit to the right, your left centre back moves a bit to the left,
but
and then maybe one of your centre mids.
I can counter that because I remember Luke Shaw doing overlaps on Dorgu and Cunha. That's our left centre back.
Yeah, but he's naturally a fullback.
So yeah, but that's how Amrin plays. If you look at Inacio in certain systems, so you see how much he ventures. Even Euro. Yeah. Euro ventures more inside than he does around like overlap wise. He goes more in the central areas. I don't know. Whichever way it seems, there was enough attackers up there to do some damage.
Yeah,
I needed
100%.
If you've got at least 4 or 5 attackers, how are you not scoring? That's the way I look at it. You don't need 6, 7, 8 players to be attacking all at once. I'm sorry, but
yeah, no, I hear it, but I just feel like you'll benefit more if you fully commit to being a super gung ho team. That's just my
but I feel like Ahmad's got that starting spot. Let's be real. I feel like that team's just missing Sesko and Ahmad, and probably a DM, obviously a goalie, but on the pitch, someone that can move the ball a little bit quicker and is a little bit more agile, that can just clamp man and keep up with the physicality. Then I think United's got a great 11. I'm not gonna great 10 -1.
I'm all there with you. I do think you guys are gonna go on to have a great season, but obviously moving on, and here's probably where you start to.
Funny enough, you say that, but now I'm more interested to see how we play when we've done that to Arsenal. So cool. What happens when City come and play and Chelsea come and play and they wanna vacate the fullback areas? I'm thinking that could be a problem. Could be a problem. We'll see, because guess what? We got them coming up soon.
Yeah. I think you'll do fine.
I don't know where we got them though. Is it Etihad? I think Etihad's the first game away for Man City, and Chelsea I think is also away.
Yeah,
I think so. I could be wrong.
You'll see what happens in it. But preparing myself for the infinite trolling. What did you make? Yeah, what did you make of Gyokeres and Zubimendi's debut?
Gyokeres was nothing short of dog shit overall, but there's always a but. I kind of expect that. Because he made some runs and he didn't get used.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to... This is what I say about like being more brave sometimes of Arsenal's midfielders. Like he made a dying run, but I think if I remember the highlights, it was about 3 or 4. He made some good runs. Yeah. Not threatening ones, but like ones where it stretches the defense. It takes the defense away. Somewhere where you look at a Man City, they'll find that pass for Haaland, bro. If not, they will use him as a decoy. So it's like, that didn't get used. But bar that, kind of expect him to have a tough time. I'll be real. The other one was for me that struggled really overall for how much they was hyped up, which I predicted he's going to take a few games to I'll expect him to have a good game next game, but you'll be surprised. Is Zubimendi. Going forward, Zubimendi, when he's got the ball, is elegant as shit.
Yeah.
But the stuff going backwards, he's very slow to get to help out. Pretty much, he's busting a gut. Like he's. Bro, Cunha was skipping.
Do you think that's a match fitness thing?
I don't know. Could be. But the thing is, sometimes it's just chemistry, bro. You got to get used to where everyone is on the pitch. Bro, you can have all the whiteboards and markers as much as you want, bro. Time is always needed. And this is why I say Arsenal will click, you know.
Yeah.
Like they will just click. It will just happen. It would be a point where it's game week 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe even 3. But I expect after the international break, that's where it clicks. It's like, bro, mans are used to each other. I know what runs you're making. I know where you want to be. and it's all about relations. When you do change a big part of your core, which these days is your 6 and your striker, you have to provide something brand new. So for me, the way I kind of look at it is give it time. So giving it time is that, and that's that. There's nothing to worry with Arsenal. The fact that you can win ugly the way you do, and also on top of that, not just win ugly, but like always keep yourself within the game. Even if it is like a 0-0 away from a tough target, it's like you're still in the game. I feel like if you're going to beat probably all the minnows. I think it's game. You haven't lost against a top 6 side in like 22 games. So when it comes to after those 22 games, it's like, can you beat your Aston Villas, Fulhams, and Brightons, where Arsenal drop points this time around, next time around? I haven't seen Aston Villa exactly upgrade on themselves. I haven't exactly seen Brighton upgrade on themselves. And when it comes to Fulham, I don't feel like I've seen Fulham really upgrade on themselves either. So it's going to be different kind of battles, but new battles, even for them, because they got to work out how Arsenal play and what their new kind of system's going to be, if it's more direct or not. And that's that.
I think, like I've said it a few times, and maybe people think I'm going mad, but aside from scoring goals in that game, Victor Gyokeres did everything that I want a striker to do. Like everything that I want a striker to do, he did. He ran the channels. He made himself available. He was always up for the battle. There was loads of times where the ball would come long from Raya, and he's like jousting the guy, and he gets fouled, but he never got the foul. But he still every time made himself available and tried to have that battle, whether it's to flick it on or to bring it under control. He was always doing that. He was linking up with, oddly enough, Calafiori and Martinelli. Like he is like, people think he's just like a flat track bully, but he actually can play the first time pass. Like, so I like that. Like, he was winning duels. Like there was that point in, I think it was the first.
I don't really remember him winning a lot of duels. To be fair, I know he bodied Delict. He bodied Delict on one of them, but Delict won most, pretty much, bar one. I think he won all his battles, all his headers, all of that.
But all he did was not score. And
my thing is, you don't have enough runners. Have you not noticed that? Like, who's running beyond the Gyokeres? Because it's great having a hold up, man. Obviously, Havertz can flick it on and do elegant stuff. Gyokeres can't. Who's running off? Who's running? Who's trying to get close? Who? I don't think so.
He can.
Not really. It's not his game, bro. Not from what I've seen. My thing is like when he lays it off and he wants to run in behind and roll someone, a bit like Lukaku, bro. Who's close to him? I didn't find anyone that was close to him.
Yeah,
that's it. Who's going to do that role? Because Ødegaard's too busy trying to be pretty and trying to just be more of an 8 than a 10, trying to collect off of him. And Declan Rice just couldn't get into the game.
Declan Rice he couldn't get into the game, but Declan Rice is probably one of those people that will be running beyond.
That's what I feel like. He needs to be the one that runs beyond, which is not ideal, but
yeah, it's not ideal at all.
I've seen
especially
Declan Rice.
Especially considering like how
it's weird, isn't it? It's weird. It's weird because see Havertz when he does his false 9. The thing is, what you know is that whether it's Martinelli or someone, he's putting someone in no matter what because his link up's phenomenal.
Yeah,
his hold up's really good, so he kind of just brings the team in a little bit more. Gyokeres' hold up's nowhere near Havertz level, but that's why I said with Arteta, he's just got to figure it out.
But that's the thing, like you rightly said, we don't have too many runners, which is why I think that Madueke should have started, because then you've got Saka on the right who creating for the middle and Madueke on the left.
Yeah,
the middle. Like Gyokeres doesn't need people to run beyond him. Arteta needs to understand that Gyokeres is the runner, and we should be doing all we can to find him. Yeah. So, but that's something over time. Like I still think so. Personally, from an Arsenal perspective, I think Ødegaard had the best game. I think Ødegaard was, well, from an offensive perspective, I think he had the best game, and I think he will eventually, something will click in his brain, and he'll go, "Oh wait, I need to play how I play when I'm at Norway with Haaland." Eventually it will click and he will start being that 10 that just goes, okay, every time I'm just going to find Gyokeres. I'm just going to find Gyokeres. Bun Saka, bun whoever's on the left. I'm just going to find Gyokeres more often than not. And you could see there was times where Ødegaard had the ball and he was dilly-dallying too much. He couldn't tell, do I feed through Saka? Do I feed through Gyokeres? Eventually it will click and you'll go, okay, cool. I just need to find Gyokeres. I just need to find Gyokeres. So, yeah, I'm not so... I'm not so critical of both of their performances. I'll be real, Zubimendi or Gyokeres. Like, there's people that are more critical. I personally, when players come from a new league, I give them like 7 to 10 games to adjust anyway. So I think after those 10 games, I'll be able to make a fairer assessment on both of them. But I do think, at least with the ball, Zubimendi is light years ahead of everybody else on the park. It's just about, can the match fitness make him be light years ahead of everybody?
It could be one of them things. He might need more match sharpness, but remember, match fitness goes both ways. We've had the same preseason.
Oh yeah. I know. But I do think that you guys will become even more frightening with more match fitness. Like,
yeah, probably. I don't know. I think it's just relationships. That's it.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
I'm not discrediting Man United. Like, obviously, I've got past the point now of trolling you, man, about losing the game. But like, when
it's kind of difficult to troll a team when they played ball in it.
Yeah, it is very difficult. Like, I expected you to keep it respectable because it was at your ground. I just didn't expect you guys to go to that level that you went to. So yeah, I mean, that's probably a takeaway for Man United fans to be really happy about. But what do you think about Arsenal's general performance? Like, what do you think that Arsenal can do better moving forward?
I don't know, bro. I'll be real. That performance was dog shit. Like, you just need to just play. That performance, it was dog shit. No, it was dog shit. Look, I'm sitting here thinking, how has nothing gone in? Like, pretty much. I think if it wasn't for extreme 10 out of 10 defending from Gabriel, Raya being on point, I suppose. Like, even with little bits of, like, people are underestimating the shot from Cunha, which was on a tight angle where Raya got people are underrating stuff like that. Even the header, the reactions to that, flipping hell. Like, usually keepers predict, but the power, the header was quite powerful, you know. Don't get me wrong, on a replay, it looked like when it's behind the goal, it looks like it's straight iron, but it's not.
Yeah.
Even from corners, like, he was strong. It was just his day, innit? You know what? Sometimes we've seen this before in football, whether you played it or whether it's FIFA or whatever. Sometimes you just can't score, bro. It's just not your day. Yeah. No matter what. I don't even think United even created a mad clear-cut chances. I just feel like there was always that missing little piece in the end, which was, for me, was the striker. And he didn't have a lot of joy to get him behind, because I feel like he would have if he started the game. Because by the 60th minute, you're pinned back. Like, generally, I never thought there would be a time where I see Arsenal pinned back by a team that went with 11 men. Bar Man City and the Brighton game, when you had 10 men, I think it was. We had way more possession than you. We had way more touch on the ball, which was surprising. Just that stuff alone, it just felt like Arteta got out coached, but in the end, quality always shines through.
But do you think that was by design? Do you think Arteta went there?
I don't think
he would have higher possession.
I don't think so. I don't think he's going to go into that second half thinking, I'm going to get pinned back. I think he probably says to Loudon, he probably has that approach. Loudon have the ball, we'll get into the game. That would probably be the message. That happened last year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, and even just United, we just moved the ball well, bro. That's what I'm not even. It sounds mad because you're praising the team that's lost, but it's just, that's where we're at. You was at this point at one point when you just decided you was going to go high flying. Chelsea were at this point when we getting told by Don about XG and all this shit and stats, and you can see the side building. I feel like maybe United's in that kind of Goldilocks zone.
Yeah, you're definitely rebuilding.
But I don't know. Arsenal, for me, there'd been a point where Arteta probably sent a message, said, you know what, I've seen enough. Forget it. Just sit back, defend the lead. Because I think that he's going to be that manager. He's more like Mourinho than Pep. And if he can see out the 1-0 win, he's happy. So, you know what? And to be fair, Arsenal fans should be happy with that, because let's be real. When do you really come to OT and play well? You don't.
Rarely.
That was my whole message before. Like, when does that really happen? So it's like, if I was at the Emirates, I got a 1-0 win like that, I'm buzzing.
Yeah, you're buzzing.
I'm buzzing. I don't care.
I am buzzing. Now you understand why I was so buzzing after the game. Because
when we do come back to Emirates, that's going to be a feisty game. There's going to be a point to prove.
I'm so sorry, Cass, but when you come to the Emirates, you are
don't. It's a close game at the Emirates too. You know, it's the same thing. We have a lot tighter battles than people make it out to be.
I swear the last time was it not 3-1?
Do you not remember? But that was at the very end. Remember? I think it was You beat us last time, but what was it? What was the score again? I remember you just got 2 goals at the end. Was it Jesus and Declan Rice?
Yeah. Well, that was the game where Rashford scored that goal. Was it through Partey's legs?
Yeah, was that the year before? I remember when Garnacho was in on goal and it was the offside, then you won at the end. I think that game was like 3-2.
Yeah, we've had some good battles as of recent. I'll give you that. Fair play. I went a bit mad. I'll give you that. We've had some fair battles across.
It is tight. My thing is, I feel like United would be all right against the top 6, naturally, because there's a lot more space to invade, pretty much. But it's the other lot. It's always gonna be the other lot, man. Your Bournemouths, your Brightons, your Palaces, which is brother, let die, bro. It's not even full of Palaces. Just allow it. I'm so glad we won't have to play Eze, and maybe Gay's gone as well. I don't care what they bring in, El Canuses and all that shit. As long as that brother's gone, I don't care. Don't care, bruv. Keep them. I'm so glad we don't have them on. I'm long. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I hear that loud. I'm happy that I'm gonna face Palace without an Eze, but
I'm glad Eze. Who is it? I'm glad Eze goes to Tottenham and then plays City.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm also not happy that Eze is going to be facing me in a North London derby. So
I can't lie. Spurs, their 11 is looking nice.
Yeah, man. I gave them 5th before Eze. So if they grab Eze and maybe someone else, boy, they could be making that push for top 4. And certain teams, Chelsea, will have to be very careful with their spot in that realm. So look, obviously,
I haven't even done predictions, you know.
You should, you know.
No, I haven't done it. You know what it was? Yeah, the one there was just not enough space of content. There was just too much other stuff going on. It's just I have to wait till the transfer window's done.
I hear it. I did like an early one, and then I'm probably going to revisit it again after game week 10.
Yeah,
that'll be like the one I lock in with. But yeah, it is what it is, man. But talking about predictions before we come to a close, let's talk about them. Arsenal have Leeds next at the Emirates, and you have Fulham. Is that Craven Cottage, right?
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen in both games?
Arsenal will beat Leeds 2-0.
2-0.
One thing I'm not going to see Leeds, yeah. They're very good footballers. And they defend. They act as a unit. I don't see them scoring against you lot. I don't. Not even one goal. Not even unless it's a penalty. I don't see it. Yeah, but they press so well. And even that game against pre-season, I thought like that we had a first game anyways. It shows, and it does show. This is away from home, so it's different. But I got 2-0, and Gyokeres scores.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he scores. He scores. Do you know why? Because when you actually look at Leeds' team, they're not that tall.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not a tall team, so that's going to work in favor. The other one, my game, I do think we do beat Fulham. I think we beat them 2-0. I looked at the Fulham game against Brighton. They were shit. I was actually very surprised. You know why? Because I don't think they've actually made a lot of good recruitment. They got lucky and bailed out by the Muniz goal, and I'm thinking, all right. I looked at it and I thought, cool. I like extended highlights. Just extended highlights, not match of the day, because match of the day don't give you shit. They give you 2 minutes of nothing. But one thing I kind of expect, I don't care about Craven Cottage and stuff, but I do think we get. I just do think we win.
Yeah.
We have quite a good record at Craven Cottage. It's always no matter what good players they've got and how they played. I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't. I just see there's just maybe I'm overrating United a little bit, but I kind of just expect to get off to a good start.
I think you, as a United fan, have every right to believe that you'll win that game, especially how you played against Arsenal. So, for me,
away from home though, it's different.
Do you know what?
I don't see where they have a lot of threat going on. Yeah, I know they break really well, and they work their wide areas really well. It's just that they got Sanderberg in the middle, but sometimes you know what it is when pitches are very tight, like Fulham's, a very tight pitch. I just don't think it always works in their favor. Sometimes it just backfires.
I think it will work more in your favor because, like, on a bigger pitch, like the one, like I was super impressed with you lot defensively. And
yeah,
same. How structured you were. I was I don't think that. Like, look, if Arsenal can only score 1 goal against you, I don't think you have to worry too much about a Fulham. But obviously, no disrespect to Fulham.
Did you score against us? We basically scored against ourselves, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And look, we scored from a set piece. So I don't really think you have to worry about set pieces when it comes to like I know they got some tall players, but they're not really known for being a threat from corners. So I think, honestly, in my opinion, I think
No,
you're
I'm
going
not
to win
convinced
the
by
game.
the defenders. I'm not convinced by the defense as
I think you're
much.
going to win the game comfortably as well. Like, do you
I
know
hope
what?
so.
I don't want to be the crazy guy that goes for 3-0. So, I'll go with 2-0 like you. I think 2-0. But
Yeah, I'm not. I need to see more before I say 3-0. I think that's just mad. You rarely see United. So until I see at least a couple goals, I'll take a 1-0, 2-0. But I think the fan base need to see goals, bro.
Yeah.
You just need to see goals in it.
Yeah, 100%. So I do think that you win that game. And when it comes to the Arsenal game, again, no disrespect to Leeds, because I know Leeds. I've even been Leeds. I know what them man are like. Yeah, the gal over there crazy.
Oh,
I remember, because I don't forget. Yeah, there's a lot of fans that watch the Premier League that they don't remember Leeds. They don't remember what it's like going Ellen Road, and they also don't remember what the fans are like when they come to your ground. Like when the fans come to your ground, yeah, myth.
Well, I'm not being funny. If you're going to travel all that way to King's Cross and not be loud, what's the point?
No. I'm talking about what they do in your ground, like seats all getting ripped off, like loud the whole time, beefing, man. Like these man are on stuff, yeah. Unless like over the years they've been, you get me. We're a nicer civilization now when it comes to football. Maybe that's changed, but from what I remember, it's long them coming. Now their team plays very well. They did very well. The thing is, they got promoted this season, but the season before they could have been promoted. Like they had 2 back-to-back very good seasons in the championship. I feel like what they've done that other teams haven't done coming up is they've solidified themselves.
Yeah.
So they're coming up with a stronger foundation. So I don't want to disrespect them, but I do think at the Emirates, I just think we'll collapse them. I'm thinking like 3-0. Like something like that.
But I don't look at it as a disrespect. I think it's a disrespect if Leeds fans think they've got a chance. That's disrespectful. Like, do you know what I mean? Like respectfully. That's disrespectful.
I do hear it, but I am wary of them. I'm very wary of them.
I don't like them.
Obviously, because Man United Leeds got the rivalry in it, but I actually like Leeds. So,
I just like the girl up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, get like.
Yeah. I trust me. The mixed race girls go off up there. I'll be real.
I plan to, if I can get a ticket to Ellen Road, I will be going there and we will be doing
Joe, man. Joe might sort you out.
Extracurricular activities when we are in Leeds. But yeah, all right, we'll end it there. Obviously, love for coming through. People, just make sure you are liking and subscribing, not only to myself, but to Cass as well, at Cass Central and at Never a Foul. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. Peace.